let's talk about the Quartering's latest drama. God, the man talks himself into drama. So,
What's he done this time?
So
is his channel under attack again?
This time by Matt Walsh.
Don't get me wrong, I love Jeremy. He was one of my Facebook friends, but for God's sakes, man, are you constantly under assault or what?
Well, if you just sign up for his coffee.
Yeah. His content's so low effort though these days. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now, I will say he does good intros. He's got a guy for that. But I tune out as soon as I'll watch an interesting intro and then I'm off.
Well, that's it. He repeats the same points like 4 times to get the video out to 12 minutes, which I suppose is better than Timple's 17 times to get it out to 20 minutes.
Oh, God. Yeah. I was actually happy to see them fighting because it's like, well, good. Now I know that they both suck.
So basically, Matt Walsh is being a whiny fucking child and whining and carrying on about video games because apparently the Christian right still isn't over fucking video games.
It's a really small segment of the Christian right that actually gives a shit about video games, but
yeah, that's the segment of the right that's very close to the left.
Yeah,
the old horseshoe theory.
Yeah,
nothing like good old.
I call it the busybody puritanical aspect of American culture.
It's the Venn diagram of people who won't leave you the fuck alone and people who are concerned about the things you do.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, it's just standard puritanical religious bullshit. It's just the religion that differs. Is it Christianity or is it molesting children? No, wait, hold on a second. What has the Catholic Church been up to this week?
I'm kind of curious about this whole drop everything now that's trending in the bottom right there.
I'm sure it's something
drop your
stupid.
Trousers now.
Yes.
We're not ready for an election in Canada yet.
Marku says that Matt Walsh is just the right-wing version of hipster. I swear, the more I see Matt Walsh talk, the less I like him.
Matt Walsh is one of those guys where he can do very good things on very specific topics, but when he gives general opinions, I just want him to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that hipster comment though, Marku, because he's wearing plaid and he sure as fuck doesn't look like he chops a lot of wood.
Yeah. He's a perfect example of the right-wing Christian zealot moral thing that's going on. And again, your religious moral thing holds no weight with atheists. So if you want the right to win the atheist vote, shut the fuck up about video games.
Yeah. And total blackouts talking about purity spires are real. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. As Total Blackout points out, they did drag up a tweet that Matt Walsh had from 2016, which was fucking stupid, yes, but Matt Walsh has basically come out and doubled down on it. So fuck it.
Yeah, it's one of those, you don't apologize for something that's in the past, because even if your opinions changed, unless it's something horrific, where you're calling and that's for a fair thing. Mass genocide like Chunky Yogurt.
If you have actually evolved your opinions legitimately, you shouldn't have to apologize for what you're saying. If you formed a well-reasoned belief based on what you knew and believed at the time, and then that's changed based on new information and opinions and thought, that's fine. That's, in fact, very admirable. And you shouldn't need to apologize for something you weren't wrong about, necessarily. But he was wrong that video games are bad. We've established over and over again that that's just straight up not true. And the other problem is the really lazy arguments with it as well. Oh, just sitting down for hours playing video games. You idiots sit down for hours and watch other people play sports. Shut the fuck up. At least in the video game, you're fucking participating rather than sitting on a fucking couch for 2 hours wasting oxygen.
Yeah.
And I don't hold that sport against anyone, but I personally can't stand nearly all sport because I don't see the value in it. I'm not participating in it because I'm lazy. But I'm also not so lazy that I'd actually watch someone else do it. But
outside of hockey, I agree. But the other
but hockey's a boxing match with some ice figure skating thrown in the middle.
Exactly. Yeah. That I did it once upon a time, and it's like, yeah, that's it's kind of good memories, and I can see where some people do that, but
that's not fair.
You turn
hockey
basketball
is not a boxing
on.
Match.
You
hockey is a street fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You turn basketball on, and they suddenly want the world to end. Just take everybody with me, kind of. Please, can a meteor come in and kill us all?
I'd rather watch professional golf than basketball.
Yes,
actually, unironically.
Yeah.
And we won't talk. We also won't talk about the demographics of those two sports either, will we?
Let's just say LeBrandon James is one of those people where it's like, so he could say, "I'll give you $1 million to talk with me for a day." It's like, I'd rather be poor.
A day?
Yeah.
You either need to make it an hour or up it by 23 million.
Yeah.
Or,
exactly.
Or alternately, I will give you back 900,000 if I can punch you in the head once.
Yeah.
See, and I make no secret of the fact that I'm a dirty, dirty capitalist whore, but I'd probably take the $1 million and then just suffer through it. I mean, I suffer through this show for far less.
Fair.
I play games with Trim for free. But
poor bastard.
Yeah, like I don't hold watching sport on TV against people if they like sport. I don't understand it. I'll never understand normal sport. Like combat sports, at least I get from an evolutionary level. But
so that's why you're okay with hockey.
Yes, because hockey's a combat sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't stand televised sport. I don't get why people watch it, but I don't hold it against them. If that's what they want to do for a couple of hours to try and forget about how miserable life is, more power to you. But you do not get to whine about video gamers, because at least they're fucking taking part.
Yeah. I never understood video games are bad. It's like, if that's all you do with your life, yeah, but just going in for a couple hours and having fun, that's fine.
Well, it's like everything.
That's what I do.
It's about moderation. If you sit in the basement and play video games all day with no intent to change things and no streaming income, that's a problem. However, if you come home from work and want to shoot some virtual people because you've wanted to shoot real people for the last 6 hours, that's better than actually doing that.
Use cheat codes.
Exactly.
Hey, Crow's rocked up in chat. Hello, Crow. Good to see you.
Hello, Crow.
At least you've survived so far the PC problems. But yeah, like the whole you're doing nothing while you're playing video games argument needs to die, especially from people who watch televised sport.
Yeah.
You are literally
Total
doing.
Blackout and I have been talking about the lumberjack competitions they used to show on TV here in Canada. Some of those were amazing to watch.
Timber sports are actually pretty cool, except speed chainsawing. That's just that's not manly in the fucking slightest. No, but the actual axe work, that's pretty cool. But can't stand the speed chainsaw bullshit.
Yeah, two-man bucksaw was pretty entertaining too.
You've seen that stupid speed chainsaw bullshit. Chainsaw go down, it go up, it go down again. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. You're.
There's no skill involved in that.
Yeah, no, you're not being judged on the thickness of your slices or anything. So come on.
Oh well, that's even dumber.
Yeah.
It's like, if they were like speed and precision, cool. But where it's like you just kind of flail around a piece of wood.
If it was you have 5 minutes to carve a fucking squirrel out of this log with a chainsaw, I'd watch that.
Oh hell yeah!
I'd try to participate.
Hell yeah. But no, speed chainsaw is just the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Is in chat and is yeah,
Picking
Maureen's
on Crow.
wrapped up in chat and been naughty.
Is she ever not naughty?
No.
Well, fair point. She is Dutch.
The most degenerate of the Europeans.
Speaking of sport, Tristan says
the French are still there.
In 2019, the Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship.
Fair.
None of the 12 players were from Toronto, and none of the 12 were from Canada. So I don't know. He doesn't know what the fuck the Canadians were cheering for.
Well, that's like NHL hockey. I mean, 95% of the team is, or 90 to 95% of the team tends to be Canadian or some sort of North American, and yeah, Canadians will still go nuts for it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bloody ridiculous. Did I have something from entertainment media that ties into this?
Monkey says none of them were Raptors either. Fake news. That would be a televised sport I would fucking watch.
Yep.
Actual Raptor basketball.
or
even just falconry. I'd watch the shit out
of it. Fuck, falconry. Yeah, I'd watch that. Watch that in a fucking heartbeat.
They must do falconry competitions in like the Middle East somewhere, don't they?
Ooh, that would be interesting.
So.
But yeah, so the argument that video games are degenerate, like all broad-based arguments, needs to die in a fire. Are there degenerate video games? Yes. See Japan. Should video games be banned because some perverts make them to sell to other perverts? No. And if we're going to talk about bad for children, well, can't watch WWE with your kids either. That encourages violence.
Yeah.
Well, considering how the content has matured so much since I was a kid, yeah. I mean, one of the big controversies in wrestling when I was a kid was it looked like Hulk Hogan put his hand on Miss Elizabeth's bum once. Like, oh, good
well, even here's the thing though. Even that, by this logic, should be banned because wrestling is, well, it's staged violence or semi-staged violence. That's harmful to kids. It encourages them to be more violent, just like fucking video games. In fact, I bet it encourages them to be more violent better. Because video games aren't real and kids imitate wrestling. I mean, how many kids have been going into hospital and the mother's just there going, these fucking idiots were watching WWE. There's a better argument for banning WWE for kids than there is for banning video games. And do I think they should...
Yeah. It's one of those... It's like... That's... When you're seeing actual physical human violence versus something where your brain can disconnect. It's like,
especially when you sporterize it and give the moves cool names, and then the kids imitate that shit. Like you can actually directly link WWE to actual physical harm on children.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. There were 3 kids were given concussions in 1 month in my school because somebody decided to try doing Jake the Snake's DDT on them.
Exactly. See? But do I think they should ban WWE? Well, not because of the violence, but because it's crap, maybe. But that's a capitalism issue. If idiots weren't watching, they wouldn't make it anymore. So I don't think they should ban it either. If parents don't want their kids to watch it because it's too violent, fine. Parent. That's your job. You've got one fucking job. Do it. Disco points out she covered this in her dissertation. Well, touched on it. Actually, that reminds me. Do I have Disco's dissertation still?
Oh, I did find a falconry competition video. I threw it in the show chat.
Ooh,
I'm going to get
it actually by that. All I had to put in was falconry competition, and I got pages of it.
That is so cool.
And Blackout is in Idaho, and he says that they do falconry competitions there. They have the World Center for Birds of Prey in Boise.
Ooh.
Oh, and Boise is such a nice place to go. So falconry and big fucking potatoes.
Yeah, if I'd remembered this, I would have got up Disco's dissertation. Oh well.
Then you would have gone to 8 pages.
Yes. But yeah, like, there are direct parallels that you can make between the effects that things other than video games do that are far more potent. Like, how about any showing of alcohol prior to 8 p.m.? How about the gay romance? That's harmful to kids, and should we ban that?
Yes.
Yes, unironically,
yes. But feminism probably doesn't do them any good. We should ban that too.
Yeah.
I'm down for banning stupid things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
We should absolutely ban stupid people.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially from voting.
Well, apparently,
you can't take your damned ID.
Apparently, that's an efficient way of banning stupid people from voting. If you're too stupid to fill out the form to get your fucking ID, you're too stupid to vote. Problem fucking solved. And somehow the Conservatives still lost. Useless fucking idiots. But we'll come to that later when it's actually that segment. If you enjoyed this clip from the Sons of Chardonnay podcast, please consider joining us live at 2 p.m. London time every Saturday.